My wife gave me a sweet smile and said, "I want to expand our love." She motioned for a man to come in. "This is Ryan." I leaned back and said, "That's amazing. Ryan can take over your health insurance." A month later, she texted, "Ryan blocked me, and I'm struggling." I'm writing this now because I've kept quiet for too long. Not because I wanted to, but because I needed time to get my head straight. I needed to figure out if I was crazy, or if the person I loved most just lit our life on fire while smiling. My name's Mark. I'm 42. I live outside Kansas City, Missouri. Not one of those big city types, not flashy, not someone you'd stop in the street and remember. But I show up. I work hard. I take care of the people I love. I was married to Angie for 9 years. She's 38. Dental hygienist part-time, did yoga on Saturdays, posted a lot of self-love quotes on Instagram. I thought we were good. Not perfect, what marriage is, but we laughed, we had our routines. No kids, because she always said she wasn't ready. That it would tie us down. I didn't push it. I thought maybe someday she'd change her mind. Anyway, it happened on a Sunday. Early March. It was chilly, but the sun was out. We were on the back porch. I was drinking coffee. She had this lemon water thing she always made. And she looked at me, smiling, soft, weirdly calm, and said, "Mark, I want to expand our love." I thought she meant therapy. Or adopting a dog. Something cheesy but harmless. So I laughed. She didn't laugh back. "I'm serious," she said. "I think it's time we try an open marriage." I stared at her. "What?" "I've been reading about it for a while," she said. "And I feel like it could be really good for us. Like freeing. You and I are solid. But I think we can be even stronger if we explore love in a bigger way." Before I could say anything, she stood up, walked inside, and came back with someone. "This is Ryan." I didn't stand. I didn't move. I just looked at him. Mid-30s, chiseled jaw, gym tan, tight shirt, smug eyes. He looked like a guy who knew exactly what he was walking into and thought it was a win. He stuck out his hand. "Hey, man. Nice to meet you." I stared at him. Then looked at Angie. Then I said, calm as I could, "That's amazing. Ryan can take over your health insurance." And I stood up and walked inside. She followed me, all confused and flustered. "Mark, wait, don't react like this." I turned around. "You bring another man into our home. Into our marriage. Without even a discussion. You think I'm just gonna smile and clap? It's not like that," she said. "We're still us. You're still my husband." "No. I'm your backup plan." She started to cry. I didn't care. Something in me had snapped. I saw her in a whole new way. And what I saw made me feel sick. I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I just nodded, walked to my office, and started making moves. That night, I removed her from my health insurance. I called HR the next morning. Told them we were separating. It was still open enrollment. Took 5 minutes. I changed all the passwords to our shared accounts. Split our bank funds. Got a lawyer. Quietly. Meanwhile, she was dating Ryan. They weren't hiding it. She did dressed up on Friday nights, come home Sunday evening. She was glowing. I played dumb. Said I was processing. Told her I'd think about it. She posted pictures of sunsets and cocktails. I screenshotted every one. I started sleeping in the guest room. She didn't even question it. I told her I was trying to respect her space. The whole time, I was planning. Then, about a month later, I got the text. "Angie. Ryan blocked me, and I'm struggling." I stared at the screen. Smiled a little. "Angie. Can we talk?" Angie. "I didn't think he'd just ghost me." Angie. "I think I made a mistake." Angie. "Please don't shut me out." I didn't respond. The next day, I served her the divorce papers. She screamed when she saw them. Mark, what the hell is this? You said you wanted freedom? I'm giving it to you. But this was supposed to bring us closer. No. This was supposed to bring you more attention. I was just the idiot you thought would wait around. She broke down crying. I have nothing. He blocked me. I'm off your insurance. I don't have anything lined up, not my problem anymore. She packed a bag and left that night. Not before trying to cry on me, begging for a second chance. She still texts sometimes. Tells me she's not okay. That she's in therapy, that she misses what we had. And I just look at the texts. I don't answer. Not anymore. After she left, I thought it would get easier. Like ripping off a band-aid. But it didn't, not right away. The house was too quiet. Her things were still there, shoes by the door, half-used shampoo in the shower, some stupid scented candle in the kitchen that still smelled like vanilla. I gave myself a week to feel something. Anger, sadness, relief. But mostly I just felt cold. Like I'd been gutted and didn't even bleed. She stayed with a friend. Some girl from yoga class. I think her name was Brooke or Brinley, something that sounds like it came out of a baby name book in 1998. Angie sent a few more texts. I didn't answer. Then I got a call. It was her boss at the dental office. Hey, Mark. Sorry to bother you, but Angie listed your number as her emergency contact. She didn't show up to work. We tried calling. No answer. I told them I wasn't responsible for her anymore. They didn't sound surprised. That night, she showed up at the house. Banged on the door like it was on fire. Mark! Please, I just need to talk. I opened it just enough to see her face. She looked awful. Eyes red, hair a mess, hoodie and leggings like she hadn't showered in days. Please, she said. I can't do this alone. I stepped outside and closed the door behind me. You already are doing it alone, I said. Her lips trembled. He blocked me. He ghosted me, Mark. After everything I gave him. I thought he loved me. You cheated on your husband with a stranger and expected it to turn into a fairy tale. She wiped her face. It wasn't like that. It was exactly like that. You brought him into our house. Sat him on our porch like he was some gift to both of us. I made a mistake. No. You made choices. Now you live with them. She looked around like she didn't know where to go. I have nowhere, Mark. I got kicked out of Brinley's place. She said I was too depressed and bringing her energy down. Not my problem. Her voice cracked. You're really gonna let me fall like this? I didn't say anything. I just turned and went back inside. She slept in her car that night. I saw it parked across the street. The next morning, it was gone. That week, I got a call from a mutual friend, Travis. He's one of those guys who doesn't take sides but always knows what's going on. Hey man, just a heads up, Angie's been talking about trying to get spousal support. I nearly laughed. She left me. She's saying you manipulated her. That you withdrew support suddenly. Because she cheated. She's spinning it, man. Saying it was an agreed thing, that you knew about Ryan and supported it at first. I clenched my jaw. She's lying. Just letting you know. Lawyer up. So I did. Again. My lawyer, Mandy, is a shark. No nonsense. She looked through the messages, the photos, the timeline I'd written out in detail. She's got no case, Mandy said. But don't underestimate someone who's desperate. Turns out, she had already filed for temporary support while the divorce was pending. Claimed she had no income and was emotionally unfit to work. I had to show up in court and defend myself from the woman who cheated on me and then tried to rob me after. In court, she wore a cardigan and glasses. Hair pulled back like she was a nun. She looked like a different person. She cried when her lawyer said she was emotionally manipulated by a controlling husband. I didn't even blink. I handed the judge every piece of proof I had. Dates, texts, screenshots. The judge listened, flipped through the stack of papers, and sighed. Mrs. Carlyle, he said, you don't get to set fire to your life and then sue someone else for the ashes. Request denied. She didn't even look at me when she left the courtroom. Just walked out, shoulders hunched, makeup streaked. Later that night, she sent one more text. Angie, you really made sure I had nothing left. I stared at it for a long time. Then typed ME. You did that all by yourself. And hit send. A few weeks passed. No texts. No calls. I figured she'd finally gotten the message. Then, out of nowhere, I got a letter in the mail. Not from Angie, at least, not directly. It was from Ryan's ex. Her name was Jessica. Hi Mark, I know this is strange, but I think we both got screwed over by the same two people. I sat down and read the whole thing. Turns out, Ryan wasn't just some smooth-talking gym rat. He was a professional grifter. Met women online, dated them fast, got access to their money, and disappeared. Jessica said he'd done it to her 2 years ago. Took her savings, maxed out a credit card in her name, vanished. And she was suing him. I found out about you through a mutual friend who saw Angie's posts. I figured you deserved a heads up. I almost laughed. Of course she fell for a scammer. She blew up her life for a man who ghosted her, and now she was getting legally dragged for it. I didn't respond to Jessica right away. But I kept the letter. Something told me it might come in handy. Then about a week later, I got a call from Mandy, my lawyer. You're not going to like this, she said. Angie just filed a motion. She's claiming you caused her emotional distress and made her mentally unwell enough that she couldn't see Ryan's true nature. She's accusing you of abandonment and gaslighting. I nearly dropped the phone. She's blaming me for getting conned? Yep. She says you pushed her into the arms of another man by being cold and emotionally distant. That your reaction after Ryan left her caused long-term trauma. She wants compensation. I laughed. I couldn't help it. Mandy didn't laugh. We're going to destroy it, but she's trying to hurt you on paper. Even if it doesn't stick, she wants to drag this out. I thought about Jessica's letter. I dug it out of the drawer. Would it help if I found more dirt on Ryan? Anything that proves Angie knew what she was getting into, absolutely. So I called Jessica. She was sharp. Bitter but sharp. Said Ryan had a pattern. He'd sweet talk, love bomb, get access to something, then vanish. She had emails, texts, photos, even a police report. We met for coffee. She gave me a folder thick with printed messages. And then she told me something else. He told me once that he had a crazy dental chick lined up. Said she had money and a dumb husband who wouldn't see it coming. My stomach turned. Angie? Jessica nodded. He said her name once. Angie. Said she had a nice house and worked part-time so she wouldn't notice missing cash. I handed that info to Mandy. She lit up. We're gonna bury her. I didn't care about revenge anymore, not fully. But I wanted it on record. I wasn't the villain here. While Mandy prepped our response, I started getting weird texts from unknown numbers. You're a liar. She loved you. You'll die alone, old man. Troll accounts. Probably friends of hers. Maybe even her on burner numbers. Then one came from a number I did recognize. It was Brinley. Her yoga friend. Brinley. Hey. I know things are messy. But Angie's not well. She talks about hurting herself. Says you ruined her life. Maybe just check on her? I stared at the message. I didn't know what to feel. Pity? Guilt? Anger? But I did one thing. I sent Brinley the entire folder of proof, from Jessica, from court, from texts. Then I wrote me. She ruined her own life. And dragged me through hell doing it. Brinley never responded. But the troll text stopped. That weekend I saw Angie at the grocery store. She looked tired. Worn out. pale. She was buying frozen dinners and boxed wine, wearing sunglasses indoors. We locked eyes. She looked down. I kept walking. I thought seeing her at the store would be the end. Like life was showing me she'd already gotten what she deserved. But the real ending came a few weeks later, and it hit harder than I expected. Court was set for the final divorce hearing. We were supposed to settle the assets, finish the paperwork, move on. Angie didn't show up. Her lawyer stood there, alone, awkward, flipping through her folder. I haven't been able to reach my client, she told the judge. I was informed she may have left the state. Did she notify the court? The judge asked. No, Your Honor. I only have a voicemail. She said she was done fighting and needed a break. Mandy whispered to me, she's trying to delay. Or she's giving up completely. I wanted to be angry, but mostly I just felt numb. We were granted the divorce by default. No settlement. No alimony. Nothing. The judge looked at me when he signed the final order. You're free to go, Mr. Carlyle. It was done. Later that night, I got a message from a number I didn't recognize. It was a voice memo. I hesitated, then played it. It was Angie. Her voice was shaky, tired. She was crying, but not the dramatic kind. The quiet, broken kind. You win, Mark. Okay? You win. I lost everything. Ryan used me. My friends think I'm toxic. I can't get a job because of how I left the office. I have nothing left. Pause. I thought I was choosing happiness. I thought I deserved more. You were boring, but you were safe. You always took care of me. I didn't see how much that mattered until I watched it all go away. Another pause. I don't know who I am without someone taking care of me. That hit hard. Because I had taken care of her. For 9 years. Even when she gave up on us, I still protected her in little ways. I never smeared her publicly. I never told her parents. I never told her coworkers. But maybe that was my mistake too. Maybe I made it too easy for her to believe she could destroy something and still be okay. I deleted the message. Weeks turned to months. I rebuilt my routine. Cooked for one. Found peace in the silence. Started going to the gym, not to look like Ryan, but to feel like myself again. Then one day, I got an envelope in the mail. No return address. Inside was a photo, Angie, sitting alone on a park bench, looking out at nothing. On the back, in her handwriting, were 3 words. You were right. I never heard from her again. But I think about that photo sometimes. About how easy it is to confuse excitement with love. About how one moment can break everything. About how I let her in too deep. And about how I almost lost myself trying to hold someone who never planned to stay. She wanted more. I gave her what she asked for. And I watched her fall with it. All the way down.